All right, I got another one for you. What do you call two witches that live together? Obviously, broommates. Uh, Okay, here we go. So we've got some direct variation. Okay, what is this? It's a keyword that you need to know whenever you see the words direct variation, or what we call, sometimes we see direct proportion, proportionality. Okay, these are the words that we need to kind of prime ourselves. So when we hear these words, directly variable or directly proportionate, we need to be like, oh, it's a linear relationship given by y equals kx. Okay, now, yes, k is kind of like an m in this case, it's the gradient. But for these particular ones, because it's a relationship, we're talking about how they're related, we're talking about the letter k. Okay, it functionally works the same. Now, all you need to know about these direct variation or directly proportionate kind of linear relationships is what it looks like is it always is going to look like a straight line that goes through the origin. Okay, in other words, through 0, 0. Now, another thing is sometimes if we can't see the graph and we're given a table of values, we know that the y is proportionate to x for every x value. So in other words, if I go y divided by x, it should give me the same value every time. Okay, so for example, if I look at these two here, one of these is proportionate, the other one is not. Let's check. What's 5? Well, let's go y divided by x. 5 divided by 1 is 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So therefore, this one here is directly proportionate. Or in other words, it's the direct variation. Variation. Okay. Now, if we take a look at this one, let's double check. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 11 divided by 4 is not 3. So we'd have to say this one here is not. I'll just say not. Okay, so it's not a direct variation. And just because of this guy here, throws our relationship off. Okay, now where you're more likely to see these types of questions is it's in the worded application types. So I'll give you an example of how a question like this may go. They might say something like the weight of a particular set of objects is directly proportionate to its height. Now I'm going to stop there. When you see these words here, I want you to immediately kind of be like, oh, I know what this is, directly proportionate. It's a y equals kx. Okay, I want to write that down. Okay. Now it says if an object is 12 kilograms and 18 centimeters tall, the first part is find the relationship between the height and the weight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where I would start. So normally for a question like this, I see the word directly proportionate. Even without thinking of anything too much, I'm going to write down y equals kx. Now, thing to note here is for this one, it says the relationship between height and weight. So I'm not talking about x and y, I'm really talking about height, and I'll label that h, and weight, I'll label that w. So I could say my height is directly proportionate by value k to my weight. Okay. Now from here, this is where we sub in our actual values. So we've kind of been given these bits of information. We say that there is an object that's 12 kilograms and 18 centimeters tall. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute that in. So I'm going to say 18 equals the sum lot of k times my w, which is 12. And what I want to do is I want to solve for k. And so in this particular case, 12 is just going to be 18 divided by 12. And then I can simplify that a little bit more to k equals to 3 over 2. Okay. So now I've actually got my relationship between the two. And now to finish it off, you write it as y, or not y, sorry. The way I can say it is my height, and I'll be consistent here. Write it lowercase h. H is 3 on 2 times whatever my weight is. Okay, now that there is your direct proportion equation. Now it says find the weight of a 5 centimeter object, or an object that's 5 centimeters tall. And so again, this represents my height. So I'm trying to find the weight. So I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to say, okay, 5 equals 2, 3 on 2 multiplied by my weight. And at this point, it becomes a little bit of an algebraic exercise. I'm going to times both sides to 2, or times both sides by 2. So that means 10 equals to 3W. And from there, I know that W is just going to equal to 10 on 3. And so my weight would be roughly 3.3 repeater kilograms. Okay, that would be the weight of a 5 centimeter object. The next one that we have here is find the height of a 100 kilo object. This one here will actually be the easier one. The height, I don't know, but I know it's going to be directly related to its weight. So in this case here, instead of timesing it by W, I'm going to times it by the actual weight, which is 100. And this is going to give us a nice clean 150, 150 centimeters, I believe, because the height was in centimeters. Okay, and that there is an example of direct proportion. I hope that helps. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.